So if you watched my video last night, you'll know that I just caught a possum. So I left it in the shed, didn't think nothing of it really, didn't think that it was going to poop and pee. And it pooped right in the middle of the shed here. And the trap got stuck to the floor. So today is just cleanup day. I have some guests that are coming tomorrow, and I just want to tidy up the place. I just want to get things organized. Some of the stuff in the shed I probably will keep in here as is. I won't do too much like rustling around because I don't want to wear my mask, and I don't want to rustle around because like it'll bring up the dust and stuff like that from the mice poop and pee, and I don't want to do that. And I should be fine, you know, as long as I'm careful. But let's go in and clean this poop. Here's the possum though. You will see a small piece of apple right there. I actually gave it a whole apple. I sliced up like a whole apple and I ate everything except for that piece right there. So, I mean, it's eating, and there is its poop. So we're gonna clean that up. So I got this right here. This is actually a urine remover. This is going to be for the mice later on. I'm fine with, it looks like there's just poop. There might be some urine here, but I don't know. But I'll just use this. This right here is antibacterial disinfectant. That's a cleaner. I'm gonna pour it in this bottle. All right. Put on some gloves. So I walked over there where all my mouse traps are, and I caught my third mouse. I caught another deer mouse. So I'm catching these mice. I'm happy. I'll show the mice in a little bit. Okay, so just going like this. It smells like soap and lemons. Ah, very nice. Not bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna scrape this up first. I see some fur in his poop. It might actually be eating some of the mice in here, or in and around the area. Oh man, but it's frozen to the shred. God dang it. There you go. You can learn a lot about an animal and what they're eating by their scat. I'm seeing actually a lot of like fur. Yeah, it might actually be eating other small animals. Okay, so got this scouring brush also, but I'm just gonna spray this area, this entire area of where the trap was. There you go. This might be overkill, but it's whatever. I don't care. And so I'm just gonna let this sit for maybe 5 minutes or so, and I'll come back to it, and then I'll start scrubbing this area. Yeah, this is just the beginning. I'm gonna be doing this for the entire floor of the shed, and even the walls and all the other spots. And this is the disinfectant. The other one is the urine removal. That one is gonna probably be mostly used where I see a lot of soiled sections on the shed. The urine removal is probably going to be where like the mice bedding was. So over that corner over there, and then possibly up on the loft. But I'm glad that this possum is eating. It's a good sign. Oh, in the meantime then, as we're waiting for this to like kind of soak in, let's prop up the trap. All right, because it's sunny out, it's really slippery out, and there's a lot of ice. I gotta roughen up the ice here in a little bit, or maybe just throw salt down. All right, this should be good. So I'm propping up the trap. So keeping the trap off of the ground will allow the possum to pee, and it won't soil itself, and it won't soak in its fur and stuff. And so this will prop it off of the ground, and when it does pee, it'll pee above the floor essentially, and it'll go onto the bag that I have below it. So like this right here, I have a garbage bag below. There we go, put that there. Put that there like that. There you go. Yeah, so this way, when it pees, it's going to pee and it's going to get trapped on the bag here, and that way it won't get wet. It'll keep the possum as comfortable as possible until I process it. But let's take a look at the mice. So right here, you'll see 2 of them there, and there's one more right behind the ladder there. Let me grab them. There's one here. And then 2 more here. So 1 here and 1 here. These are really large. They're incredibly fat. It means that these mice are pretty healthy, and they're thriving like crazy in my shed and outside of my shed. Let me show you something else that they've been doing that's outside of my shed, and that I didn't think that was going to happen, and for the reason why they're so fat. So it's off to the side of the shed here. I have this large container. All right. Take a look at that orange container there. See all those specks of brown or black? That's all mice poop. Look at that. That is just disgusting. And all of that right there is deer fat. Deer fat that I was going to process. I had it elevated and everything up too, and I had it covered. But somehow they managed to get to it still. and all of this fat is highly, highly salted also. And they still like got to it. Like I literally put like loads and like boxes of salt to salt this like crazy. But I guess that didn't stop them. So I'll be spending some other time cleaning all of this out later. All right, so I'm gonna dispose of these mice right now. I don't wanna keep them around just in case. And I'm like really careful about handling these. Like if there was any hantavirus, I doubt it. I should be fine because I'm not disturbing like them too much. It is a real concern. That's why I keep talking about it, because I don't want to die because of hantavirus. That would suck. That'd be a lame way to go. All right, I think this is good. Let's start scrubbing. Holy crap. There's so much soil and just dirt and grime. That it's actually cleaning. Holy crap. Are you seeing the difference here? That's insane. I didn't realize how bad this was. I didn't realize how like dirty my floor was. I mean, I guess this area is more considered as like a mud room. So like I'll go in here, you know, and I don't take my shoes off when I get in here. But over on this side, I'm going to keep it clean, and hopefully I'll like put some nice flooring down, and then I'll take my shoes off to go to the other side, maybe. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go grab some towels. But seriously, take a look at that. Such a huge difference. Like, color is coming through. You see like that golden brown, that yellow. And then everything here is just gray and brown and just full of dirt. Okay. So this cleaning solution became slush because it's kind of cold out. But some of this slush is actually just dirt also. I wonder if I actually need to spray this down with water also. Because it looks soapy now. Because like I'm wiping it down and it's foaming up and it's looking soapy. See? I'm not sure if this is supposed to happen. I guess that makes sense because it is a disinfectant and cleaner. Interesting. Alright, I think I'll leave it like this. It couldn't hurt, right? Because this stuff is a cleaner, and if I leave it like this, it's fine. And it's cold, and so it'll freeze into the wood and everything anyways. So there's not a whole lot I could do about it. I'm just cleaning this up so it doesn't smell like possum poop in my shed. And then once it gets warmer in the spring, that's when I'll do like a deep clean. Because the weather will allow me to do it. Because right now, it's not really easy to clean because stuff like this freezes and it just doesn't clean properly. It's best to clean in like a more, like a warmer temperature. So yeah, the mouse traps have been pretty effective. I've been able to catch 3 of them so far. And so I'm gonna set up more mouse traps. I'm not sure if I've made a video updating this yet, but I took that shelf that I had over here that I took out. Instead of throwing it away or burning it right now, what I've done is I've put it and I blocked the doorway, the back door of the shed, that big opening. That's where all the mice and all of the squirrels were coming in through. And that was their main entry point to the shed. And I've taken that shelf and I've just pushed it up against it and closed it off. And now the squirrels have not been able to get into the shed. I've seen a lot of squirrels running around and stuff trying to get in, but it appears that they don't have a way of getting in now. So let me show you all of this. This is behind the shed. There you go. So there's the main shed, and there's this right here is the extension. So you see that right there? That right there is the opening for the door, the back door, and it goes all the way down, right? But see this shelf right here? I just pushed it up against the doorway, and the squirrels, if they wanted to come through, they would have to climb up on a tree here, jump over to the top, and then go in, right? They can go in, but they'll hit this tarp right there that I have, and then they'll have to fall straight down. And the moment they fall straight down, they'll be hit with a bunch of glue traps. So like right here, like right below, there's probably enough space for like a small mouse to go under, and then probably be able to climb up. So let me show you the other side. So see all those mouse traps lined up right there at the bottom? I'm going to be adding more. But this tarp right here, right, it's all covered up and it's sealed very nicely. So an animal is not gonna just break it or push it off or anything. So if a squirrel were on the other side, it'd hit like the tarp right about there, and it'll have to fall between the tarp and the shelf. And when it falls, it lands right there where all the glue traps are. And here's the greatest thing. These glue traps aren't very viable when it's cold for larger animals like squirrels. However, if they're falling from a higher distance, right, they might have a little bit more impact, and they might actually stick and stay, and they might not land perfectly, right? And so they might land somewhere weird and they'll get stuck, and that's when I'll catch them. But let's say they don't get like stuck, right? Let's say they want to run away somehow. Now their exit from this area here is going to be a little bit more difficult. So they'll have to climb up on my loft somehow, and then they'll have to climb up and try to exit from up there or something. But if it knows about the peanut butter up over here, I have my trap up there, and so it might enter that and it might trap itself. So yeah, I'm going to be lining up traps all along here because this is a good route for mice also. So if I'm not catching any squirrels through here, I'll likely be catching mice through here. And I'm giving them more room on this edge here. This edge, if they're climbing in through here, this crack down here, they're climbing in, they're gonna want to go up here first, and then they'll walk over this, and they'll get trapped. There's an opening here, but that's fine. All right, so the rest of the day, I am going to be just tidying up the area around the shed so that it looks a little bit nicer, you know, for when those guys come and shoot some footage here. I'm gonna see if I can clear up this area over here in front of the shed. I'm gonna try. I don't know how good it's gonna be because everything is just frozen to the ground. And I might actually be taking some snow and like kind of dumping it in certain areas just so that there's no like just black coal and stuff right here, and so that it's more white and looks better, I guess. And then yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning up over there, tidying it up. Over there, I did most of it already yesterday. My sister helped me. I might clean up a little bit over here in front also. Oh, and I'm probably gonna have to I'm gonna probably have to block off this right here so it doesn't say Kimberly Clark, block it. I'm gonna wrap it with some black like tarp or something. So I just wasted an hour of my time just doing some random stuff because I want to procrastinate. I know I have to clean up around here. And it's just a challenge to focus my energy and mental time to one thing. It's hard to do that because I'm so used to like multitasking. And so I went out and I did some shopping at a nearby grocery store for stuff that I didn't necessarily need, but it will be a good item for an upcoming video. So, I mean, I kind of needed it anyways. Who knows? But I'm done procrastinating. I have a beef stick, some peach black tea, sparkling water. Yeah, I'm gonna tape this thing up now. Block off this Block It house wrap. This video isn't going to be very organized. Here comes Raven. So the really cool thing about Raven is she actually smells the possum in there, and she's like really aggressive. She can, here, let me tell her to bark. Raven, så. See how I told her to bark and she goes straight to the door and starts, you know, she's sniffing around by the door because she can smell the possum. She knows there's an animal in there. Yeah, good girl, good girl. Yeah, I know, there's a possum in there. Good girl. Okay, come here. All right, come on, that's good. Let's go, come here. Raven, come. Good girl. Yeah. All right, so let's get this up. Oh, yeah, so I'm probably gonna clean up this area too. Break up the snow here. I'm gonna take some of the firewood, transfer it to the back. But yeah, this is all-purpose covering. It's 3mm plastic. This actually maybe would be fine. So then I'm cutting it here. Let's see here. I have my Leatherman signal with me. It doesn't have a scissors, but it has a knife. It should work. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it across like this then. Ah, this works. Okay, there you go. But it looks like it folds out a decent amount. Oh yeah, see? That's a lot. I don't need that much. I just need enough to tape it up to this. There you go. Oh, I can tear it. Oh, perfect. Would this be thick enough for a vapor barrier? It says 3mm, but I feel like it might need to be thicker than this. Oh, Raven. Raven's focused on a person walking over there. All right. It looks like I don't need to do a whole lot of work actually. Looks like I can just do this. Yeah. And basically that's all I need really. Yeah. I'll tape it a little bit just to make sure. So I'm gonna tape it like this. Tape it down there. There you go. All this tape wasn't completely necessary, but I mean, it couldn't hurt. There you go. You're not gonna see that Kimberly-Clark advertisement anymore. It wasn't supposed to be, but it was up here for like a whole year. Look at Raven just hanging out, just doing her sniff arounds. I am a lot more okay with her doing this during the winter, because out here there's literally nothing for her to like pick up and eat. It's mostly just snow and stuff like that, and everything's frozen. So I'm not too concerned with her eating anything random. But during the summer, spring, warmer months, there's like dirt and leaves and all sorts of random stuff out here. And I always see her munching on something when she's out here. And I don't like that because she has a history of like GI tract issues. So I got to keep an eye on her. So this is extra. I'll use this as a barrier underneath the possum or maybe other animals in the future. This is like the perfect size too. She smells the possum still. She wants to go into the shed. She gets really aggressive when she sees the possum. I've shown her a possum like those years back, and she gets really aggressive. And so I know if like Raven ends up being more of an outdoor dog when we have our own property, she'll keep those animals away. That's what I want. The whole reason that I want a fully sustainable homestead is, to be honest, it's all for Raven. Like, sure, it'll be for me, but like, it's for Raven. I want to have that life where I'll wake up, do my morning routine, I'll open up the door and Raven goes out, and then she just stays outside the whole day while I'm working, when I'm doing stuff outside, and I'll keep it neat and organized, so that way I don't need to worry about Raven eating anything random. But for the most part, like, she'll be able to hang out, do things outside with me without any problems. Like here, we don't have any fencing really, and I kind of have some fencing up, but Raven has the ability to go out this way or that way and stuff. And so we're not like secured and safe in this area. And so like, I'd love to have my own property that's fully fenced or something, some sort of perimeter to keep Raven in and know that she's safe. Like right now, she's gone and I have to make sure she's not doing anything stupid. Come here, Raven. But yeah, overall, I think like if we were on a homestead, Raven would be so much more happier. She'll be running around with other animals and probably be taking care of them, or maybe chasing them or having fun somehow. She'll be more mentally stimulated. Okay. Raven sees a dog. She's not barking. At least not yet. I can tell her to, but I'd rather not. She's actually staying quiet, which is interesting. The mice over the summer and during the fall and winter, they may have like set up home or something in the firewood here too, because I have seen like mice droppings in here. Yeah, I see them right now. There's mice droppings in here. So I'm not entirely sure how good this firewood still is because of that. I'm wondering if I need to wear my mask while working on this. I feel like I don't really need to because it's outdoors and hantavirus wouldn't really live very long out here. But let's just be extra careful. I'm gonna put my mask on because I'm disturbing this area and I can see like mice poop. See, look at all that. So you might be thinking, wouldn't all the mice now gather up in that pile and start pooping and peeing over there? The answer is probably yes, but it's away from the walls of the shed and it's a few feet away. And if they did do anything there, that's fine. That pile of wood is probably bad anyways. I don't know if I can like still burn or use it. I'll have to do some research, but if you know, let me know in the comments. I think I should still be able to use it, still burn it, but who knows? Maybe it's not worth using. But what I'm gonna do, just for aesthetics for the guys that are come filming, I'm gonna stack up some new wood right here. I'm gonna make it look somewhat neater, and I'm gonna clear up some of the snow right in front of that just so that it's easier to walk around in here. And then yeah, I'm gonna clean up a little bit more around here. And I think I'm just gonna try to organize the shed a little bit more, and I should be good, and everything should be good to go. And I have the area around here right up to the maple tree. It's a silver maple. I have it sort of shoveled out there so that way tomorrow we can tap the maple tree. I want to remove this like round of pine, but I can't because it's frozen to the ground. I've tried chipping away at it too, but it's no use. And I've tried like Yeah, I tried doing that and it's not budging. It's okay though. So yeah, let's grab some fresh wood. So this is good, fresh, new, like firewood, never been pooped on. I'll just grab some more and just layer it up a little bit here, just for aesthetics. And then once we're done filming tomorrow, I'll probably relocate this somewhere else, probably my van or something. Just got a pile of fresh wood. So yeah, this is just going to be temporary, just so that aesthetically it looks nice, that it looks like I have firewood ready, you know, for the shed. This overhang doesn't really help at all because the overhang isn't far enough. I feel like after having built my shed, I've gained some knowledge of what I actually want in a structure or like a building to live in. And I know that I want really long overhangs. I hear it's not necessary really to have big overhangs, but I feel like it's cool. And it's nice to have some overhead cover. To be able to like be outside and still have cover from rain and snow is really nice, like nearby the shed. Like right now, I'm not that far away from the shed. I'm like maybe 2-3 feet away from the shed, but I have nothing over my head. And it'd be nice to have something. Or maybe I can just attach something to it, like some sort of canopy. Okay, there you go. Good. The sled could go there. I'll break up the bit of snow right here. Gonna move the wood stove. All right. If this shovel looks familiar to you at all, it's because Zachary Fowler used this on the show Alone. He was the winner in his season. And this is one of the 10 items that he brought. And I'm a really big fan of his. I thought it was super cool to have a shovel like this. And so I went out and bought myself one. Had this for several years now. Maybe 5 years or so. It's been a while. I've had this for a long time. And it's been quite useful. So I'm going to take this snow and spread it around actually, because the snow started to melt and it's pretty icy in around this area, and this will cause a lot more friction on top of it and you won't slip around, because I've slipped and fell several times today and that's not fun. There you go. And I don't want my guests that show up tomorrow to slip and fall. So yeah, this will help. Oh, this is a bolt for a crossbow, or a crossbow bolt. It went like this, and I'll tell this story another day. Yeah, I'll tell this story another day. Kind of slippery over here. There you go. Just push it up against like that. That's fine. So I've taken out the possum. I'm gonna leave it outside for a little bit to do something kind of crazy. So I'm gonna set the possum out over here on the side, and I'm going to take this wood stove. I'm going to get it set up. I'm gonna get it set up with the piping and everything to come up to the loft. And I'm gonna get a fire started inside of the wood stove. But I'm going to make it so that it's wet and smoky. I want to smoke out my shed. It's something that I don't think anyone should do just out of safety reasons. But I'm going to do it for two things. One, to kind of just smoke the inside of the shed so it doesn't smell like piss. And then two, so that way it kind of drives the mice out. And I have traps set up on the loft, and I have traps set down below. And so the smoke, if it works, it'll drive the mice out. And then they might run away and they might get trapped. That's something I'm gonna be doing right now. Yeah. So I'm not gonna do this as high. So I'm gonna take one section off. Yeah, one section off. Pop this up. There you go. And now, attach it. There you go. It's gonna come up. Or actually, I don't need to take a section off. I think I can keep the section on. Ah, yeah. Section on, okay. This is good. This'll work. As long as I keep the fire small and steady, I should be good. So there you go. Shed inside of the shed. See, it comes up, so right about there. There's a little bit more space above it. And there isn't anything crazy flammable or anything up there. And so I should be fine. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it anyways. So let's get started. I'm a little nervous. I should have a match or a lighter. Yeah, I have a lighter in my pocket. Didn't work. That's why I have some twine here. I remove some and just fluff up one end. There you go. And light. Perfect. There you go. And hopefully what ends up happening also is this essentially burns and it displaces the oxygen inside of the shed. And so at least up above, because carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, whichever the two, I don't remember, but whichever the one, it rises, right? It's going to be harder to breathe up above on the loft. And so if there are any mice up above, they'll try to go to a place where there's more oxygen. And so it'll have to be going down. I have traps set up along all the exits, essentially. I really never thought I'd be doing something like this. Let's throw some snow in to get some smoke. Yeah, it's working. There you go. The shed is beginning to smoke up. Ooh. So I closed off the vent. So the fire was coming up the pipe and it was getting really hot up there. So yeah, I don't think this is going to work. So I just closed off the flue pipe and now just letting it burn here. And then all this smoke is coming out. All this fire is coming out this way now. So this is good. I'm getting all of this fire and all this smoke. I'm gonna close this off a little bit. There you go, see? See all this smoke? This is what I want. So yeah, the pipe is completely closed now. That's why this is happening. And then it's low on oxygen too. And so it's super hot and it's trying to burn, but it's low on oxygen, so it's giving off this really heavy, thick smoke. Ooh, this is perfect. I'm gonna close the shed. At a distance, it looks like there's a bunch of smoke around the shed. This looks kind of bad. I hope the neighbors don't say anything. But smoke is coming out from down here. So it's exiting from down here on this side. And some smoke is escaping from up here in the window here. Ooh, fantastic. This is what I want. Whew. Yeah, look at that. I'm smoking out the shed. So one, so it smells smoky and it doesn't stink like mice pee. And then two, hopefully the mice are getting smoked out right now, because I'm standing nearby the shed and I'm having a hard time breathing too. Hopefully they are having a trouble breathing too, and they're either going to sleep up on the loft or they're trying to scurry on out and get trapped. Hopefully that's what's happening. All right, let's check it again. I really like this. I do not recommend this, but I really, really like this. So this is working. Yeah, this is good. So there was a guy walking his dog just past the house here, and he's seeing this. This is not good. Okay, so I closed up the wood stove, and as I was closing up the wood stove, I heard some like chirps and stuff. It sounded like it was the mice. I'm not 100% sure, but it sounded like it. Hopefully all the rest of the smoke leaves the shed. It looks like it's coming out. I'm just waving my arms and doing this and talking and looking at the shed and pointing, just so that if other people are seeing this, they'll know what's going on. So they don't call like 911 or something, because like I'm here in front of the shed and I know what's going on. This is good. Okay, I'm gonna open the door. I should have done this at night also. Nighttime is better. Ooh. Yeah, I'm having a hard time breathing out here. I think this was a success. I don't think anything that was living inside of the shed could have lived. Like that should have been long enough, and that should have displaced the oxygen enough to the point where anything that was oxygen breathing probably would have died in there. At least I hope so. Yeah, you can see smoke traveling out of the shed from all of its like holes. This is gonna be a long video. It's a long vlog. I'll let this air out, and I'm gonna work on the stuff on the side here. I just want to clear it up just enough to where if the guys need to film over here, they'll have room. And once this airs out and stuff, I'll take the possum and I'll put it back inside. See, you can see the ray of the sun coming through because it's so foggy. Yeah, this was a success. Oh, it's still smoldering and still smoking up there. All right. I have a live trap right here, but it's frozen to the ground and I can't do anything about it. And I want to move this, stack it up on here. Let's see here. Fishing rods. Okay, that works. I don't want like this red to be here. I feel like it's probably distracting from off in the distance, so I might just leave it down. Maybe like that. Those red containers to like clean like meat and stuff like that, or maybe marinate some really large thing. I think that's fine. Yeah. I think what I gotta do now is shovel some snow in this area. Yeah, so that way it's white and it looks a little nicer and it's more uniform, I guess. This can be moved over here. There we go. Here's the possum. Gonna let it hang out right here for now. There you go. Making the area look pretty with white snow. There's still smoke, like smoldering inside of the wood stove, even though everything is closed off. The flue pipe here is completely closed off, and the doors are completely closed, but I'm still getting a ton of smoke. Here, let me show you actually. Yeah, look at that. I'm still getting a ton of smoke. But earlier, there was fire coming out of that, so I had to close it. And I think that was the perfect timing also. The fire got roaring hot, right? And then you just close off all the oxygen, it starts smoking like crazy, and that's what I wanted. That's what happened. All right, but I keep slipping right here, because I'm walking through this area often. Right here is slippery, but then there's also a log here too. I don't know if I can chip away at this and then pull the log up. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I can budge this. I don't know how long this piece of log is. Oh. Oh, it's not that long. Okay, so it's right up to here. So if I can like chip away at it enough, let's see. Oh, perfect. Oh, just a little persistence. You're able to get something done. Look at that. Oh, there you go. Now I just got to fill this back up so people aren't tripping in it. There you go. Not bad, not bad. I'm making progress. So I have more space right here. And then I think this should be fine. I have done a lot of work today. This is a lot more work than any of the other days I've spent working in and around the shed. It's probably because those guys are coming tomorrow and I need to make sure things look good. But I'm gonna try to take this wood stove out now because I don't need it to smoke continuously like this. This is too much smoke now at this point. There you go. I think it just needs oxygen now because it was getting enough oxygen to continue burning. See, it's just started up again. The fire's just started. Yeah, see, the fire just automatically started going again. And look at all that smoke. All right, I'll just let it burn out then. Because I do need to work in the shed. I still need to reorganize a few things. And I don't want it to be so full of smoke that I can't work in it. Yeah, can't work in it. I'll let things air out. Wood stove looks good. Let's see here. Open it back up. And yeah, I'll let this burn. So that way it'll start burning clean because it's hot and it has enough oxygen. Yeah, there you go. Yep, it's beginning to burn clean. Burning clean down here though, that's for sure. Not just yet up here. Here's the squirrel hide. It's kind of dry now, actually. Yeah, it's actually dry. Oh, that's cool. There's like no oxygen in the shed. So this container right here is just too full to put the cap on or the lid on. So I'm just transferring them over to the other box here. That should be good. Good. Now this goes down. What is in here? Just a bunch of other stuff. That's good. I have things stacked up like this. Now there's my desk. Let's move the desk over here. There you go, not bad. All right, well, let's just disinfect the table because there was a ton of poop on it. All right, yeah, I can sit here and do stuff. Have my light turned on. Yeah. This was a very productive day. The area around the shed looks really nice. Like, there's a lot of clear spaces that you can walk around without having to worry about stepping in like a foot of snow and sinking into it. Things are looking good. I'm enjoying this a lot. It's like I'm reclaiming what was once mine that got taken away because of just neglecting the shed and then getting it taken by squirrels and mice and other animals. And I'm taking it back now. This was a tough lesson. Well, it's a lesson that I'll remember forever, that's for sure. So I'm gonna move the possum back. Plenty of oxygen in here now. It's nice and cleared out. It still smells smoky in here, but it's fine. Oh yeah, and I don't think I mentioned, but I have the green light to keep the possum. I emailed my local conservation officer and he gave me the green light. The only thing though is I learned that because this is a protected animal and there are hunting seasons for them, that I cannot keep any of the parts afterwards. So like I can't keep the hide, like the pelt. I can't keep the skull or anything. And it is to mostly deter people from claiming that this is a nuisance animal and then pretty much extend their hunting season. But that's not the case for me, because like this is truly a nuisance animal. It's in and around my shed and it's causing trouble, and it's considered a nuisance animal. And you can take nuisance animals outside of their respective hunting seasons. And so like I'll eat it, but I just can't keep anything afterwards. And so I have to throw it away, because you can't like keep the skull and then sell it, or keep the hide and then tan it and then sell it or something. I think that was sort of like the main issue, keeping parts of it to sell later. But I don't plan on doing that, so I'm not sure. Maybe I can keep it without telling you guys. I don't know. But I'll follow the laws, and yeah, I'll dispose of it after eating it. So I'll eat whatever I can and then toss the rest. So yeah, this is gonna be to tap the tree tomorrow. Got the spout thing too. There we go. I am very, very satisfied with the way everything looks right now. This makes me happy. Let's bring Raven out and call it a day. I just gotta do some more preparation by packing up my backpack and stuff like that and writing out a few scripted things, and I should be good to go. Yeah. Here comes Raven. Raven tends to come over here often. Raven, come here. Because there's the most like scent and stuff over here, because over here where like the chickens and stuff were when I was raising them. So like the chicken coop and everything is over there. I have a bucket over there that's full of like chicken poop and manure and stuff like that. And it's all frozen. And I have it wrapped up in a bag, and when it melts, you can smell like the chicken manure. Raven always goes over there. Raven, come here. So yeah, if the weather permits it, once I am done with cleaning out the shed and stuff, and it might be another week or two, maybe 3 weeks, or maybe in a month or so. But I want to close up all of this up here. Like sure, it's good venting, but I want to close these up because the squirrels are coming in and out of here. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I don't know. Like, I'm never really good at like talking and stuff like that when other people are filming me. Like, I am fine speaking to my audience and speaking to my own camera. It's just really weird when somebody else is behind that camera filming. And it's just weird to me. And so I don't know how well I'll do, but hopefully I'm comfortable enough. I mean, you gotta do it. That's the only way to grow. So yeah, all right. I've dragged this video on long enough. I appreciate if you actually even spend time watching all of this. Thanks for watching. I know this video wasn't really organized, but yeah, I appreciate watching anyways, because I make these videos for myself anyways. Like, I rewatch this and I rewatch it and remind myself of what I've done and what I've accomplished throughout the year. All right, let's go, Raven. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.